The reality is, if you want to be real, it was only since you met this person. This, what we're reading here, is the format to that right there, and to many things that we can use as a principle here, this here, to many other things in your life. From the time you started that church, from the time you got connected with this person, from the time you went on this job, from the time you became partners with this person in a business deal, you watch everything begin to plummet. God said to the children of Israel, verse 18, and ye in any wise keep yourself from the accursed thing, lest you make yourselves a curse. When you take of the accursed thing, listen, listen now, listen, listen. When you take of the accursed thing, you curse yourself. Watch the principle now, and make the camp of Israel, whoa, 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 and make the camp of Israel, listen, a curse and trouble it. Now, hold on, let me see if I get this straight. I'm I'm from the children of Israel, and we're coming to fight Jericho. But we ain't gonna physically fight them because God says just march around the city X amount of days, whatever, on the seventh day, do blah blah blah, and the walls will collapse. And the rule is I must not take anything out of that other than what he said to take. But he says if I take something of the curse thing, watch the transfer. Remember I told you a curse is a curse is a spiritual endowment. But the truth is, it's managed by demons. So he says, if I take of this accursed thing, let's say this is the accursed thing I took out of there, he says, not only will this point of contact, that's what it's called in the spiritual realm, not only will this point of contact curse me, but as a result of it, it's going to now bring in a spiritual negative endowment over my household. He said, Israel, none of y'all touch it. If you touch it, you will initially start the curse by cursing yourself. And Israel, who don't even know what you might have done by taking this, they are going to be affected by it also. So in so much words, he says, you're going to see some limitations in your life. And the company that you're connected to will also experience limitations. Oh, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. Ever since you married that man, you married that woman, not only did they bring hell to your life, or you brought hell to their life, however it went, the children curse. Everything you all touch curse. How come? You was never supposed to marry them. That was never part of God's plan for your life. That was not the one. When the pastor tell you all foolishness, but whom God put together, little man, but well, not this. This was God had nothing to do with this. Zero. Children sick, always in the hospital, one knocked down, get shoot, all this stuff happening. Everything going haywire. See, because you lack the spiritual implication and knowledge of how the spiritual order of curses operate. I'm trying to help you. You run on this ignorant stuff. Well, I'm a Christian now, and Christ became a curse to me. Okay, I keep telling you, if it was exactly the way that you said, you from the day you got saved, if Galatians 3 is the way you foolishly interpret it, by saying Christ have all of the curses, then why is cancer still in your body? Why do you still have type 2 diabetes after being saved? Why are you still broke like the 10 commandments? Remember, you already saved. So if poverty is a curse, sickness is a curse, backwardness and anti-progress and constant negativity are curses. Why are you still experiencing these things if your argument is Christ became a curse for me, and I'm not listening to you, Kevin, because I'm not cursed? You really will tell me what it is, because that's like saying I say this phone is red and you telling me it's blue when it's clear to everybody that it's red. Did Christ die to become a curse? Yes. Did he accept these curses? Yes. So what's the catch? The catch is I'm not just by default, they're going to fall off me. What Christ did is he empowered me through his blood, death, burial, and resurrection to break it. But it isn't going to automatically break off of me. It's evident in your life. It's evident you've been saved 5 years now. Why don't you have $6.8 million on your account? Huh? Why you still have to go to the doctors, get your toes and foot cut off from diabetes if you're not under a curse? Christian who've been saved for 7 million years? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You're talking nonsense. Read to understand, not to debate. What Christ has done is empower me as a member of the body of Christ by the authority of Christ to break it. Why? Because he has dealt with it already. And now he's empowered me to shut it down. Kevin, I've taken it all of the sickness, disease, everything, Kevin. Now, whatever you say in my name shall be done. But don't believe you sit down there and cancer can say, oh, I hate leaving you, Kevin. Check you later. You take care. Public can say, had a good time while we lasted, but you going to mess around with this Jesus fella. We out of here. Huh?